There we go. The game has started, after all. The top right side, there's a red little Terran player from On-Side Gaming. It is Maru. The myth, the man, the magicians. Didn't really work as well as I thought it would. In the bottom left side, blue Terran. It is from KZ Gaming. Time. Was he trying to change his name to Oliveira? Because with most everything else, he's still just called Time, isn't he? It might just be his name here. Which can be confusing for people, couldn't it? Could be a little bit confusing. Let me see. Time. There we go. Let's fix it. Let's... there. It's fixed. Alright, double proxy rags here for Maru, looking to get the aggression going quite early on. Again, this man is on a speed run, it seems, through this tournament. He's not one-basing every game, but he's definitely throwing a lot of aggression every which way. Every which matchup also. Maybe he's saving his strength for the later combatants, of course. These are just the qualifiers. The real tournament is yet to begin, perhaps, for him, right? This is him just going through customs, in a way. The way we board an airplane, he boards a super high-tiered StarCraft 2 tournament. It's like, yeah, no, this is my ID. I'm Maru. Here we go, and I win. Okay. Wonder where he got that name from. Sometimes it does kind of feel like it's just open up the dictionary and let's see what looks cool, right? Kind of looks like Oliveira, but Oliveira, I don't know. I don't know, Tam. I don't know. I think Time is just a better name. Personally. It's the fun name, right? Especially for us casters. It gives us a bit of an extra challenge. Trying to not use the word time over and over again. Really lets you be sharp on the casting front of things. Anyway, both these players opening up pretty safe, pretty casual. I don't think we'll be seeing a lot of fireworks exploding here pretty soon. As they're both just gonna get a small force of Reapers and Hellions. Hellion being produced right there. Checking the vicinity. See if we're gonna get any Banshee play out of either of these players, or if they're just both gonna conform to the Banshee play. Will be a Raven. Here, on the other side, what? I think, what was that? It's losing a lot of, oh, there we are. I missed all of that. 7 workers being killed there. Both the Alien groups got a T2 us there. They both just went in. They both just ran in. And Time getting a little bit of a better trade overall. Losing more Reapers, but getting more workers. Maru, however, still ahead on the worker count, so... You know, I guess he still wins there. Already a Cyclone with a couple of Marines in here as well, approaching the red base. So only still Hellions available, and this is just a medevac coming out of this starport. So this could be a lot of damage once again here being sustained. As Maru's trying to do some harassment of his own. It's just an auto turret, however, that one Raven trying to make some work happen across the map, but boy oh boy, now up to 13 SCV losses, and more of them are potentially going to go down now. Those Hellions in the top looks like they have been dealt with. Right. So now equaling out the work accounts, time slightly ahead of this. So get some more auto turret harassment, gets himself 3 SCVs. Okay, okay. Really a scrapyard battle here. Oh. Well, that was pretty nice. Nice catch there from Time. Just having the couple of Marines in the Cyclone. Interceptor drop. Kill the medevac. The Hellions coming out though. Seemingly still too powerful for the time being. And was that a Raven going down? Oh my goodness. This is some severe roughhousing here. Skirmish on the middle of the map, and both players kind of taking quite a bit of a beating there. Not sure who came out on top. Time again here, aggressive. He's kind of the playmaker for the time being. And a drop with 2 siege tanks is definitely quite interesting. Not sure if he's going to get himself out of there. Well, he kills the Cyclone, so that gives safe passage here for the medevac. He's got to be careful of the auto turrets being dropped down, but seems like he managed to avoid a situation where the medevac goes down there. So the 2 siege tanks escape, and well, he just managed to do more damage to Maru there, I guess, and get himself a more distinct advantage. It's now 4 siege tanks versus the 2. If Maru moves into this, that would be a bloodbath, unless if all those Ravens manage to get the interference matrices off. Even then, his Bioforce is just not that formidable to start running into places. Seems like the auto turrets alone would be able to kill the Bioforces now. Yeah, time to lose that previous game, didn't it? Yep. It was such a short game, yeah, it just it vanished out of my mind. You're right. You're right, you're right. Don't worry about it, guys. We got plenty of more people than just me paying attention to that sort of stuff. Luckily for these players. Another approach from Time. Starting to make me a bit anxious here. It's been a while since we've seen him really do a bit with this aggression, and well, now he's starting to kind of lose units rather than be effective with them. Another siege tank here, okay, is going to be able to escape there. Maru unaware of its positioning, so really can't do much about it in that case, can you? Alright. Yeah, it takes me a while to adjust things with the delay. Me just being delayed as well. Alright, medevac into the main base with a good amount of Marines. The Viking batch trying to prevent that from happening, of course. Not that many auto turrets, trying to not waste too much energy here, it looks like. He was just really buying himself time. It's always funny when you're doing it against a player next time. It's a good time to have. Oh, he's making some headway now. Look at that. Third base has to get evacuated. Some struggle, some arm wrestling overall between the two powers here, but it seems like some territory here has been wrestled away from Maru's claim, and suddenly that becomes a bit of a bother. Luckily for Maru, he does have that fourth base already established, so his SCVs quite simply start mining there. But I guess, well, Time does have his own fourth base already on location, so should be able to prevent oversaturation here quite nicely. Maru, it's going to be a bit more difficult. Though, you know, pulling your SCVs into a siege tank line definitely going to solve that issue. You consider it enough of an issue to pull your SCVs into a tank line for. Maybe the tank line itself is enough of a problem to pull your SCVs into them for. Oh, man. And there's that heavy slugging battle here. Blow for blow being delivered between the players. Still ever so tight in the overall units lost tab. Let's take a look at the resources gathered. Alright, we don't have that right now. We have this one. That's fine. Armory. Coming up. +2/+2 actually quite far ahead here full time. Look at that, it's already past halfway. Maru still having to start those upgrades. It's coming in now, still equal on the upgrades to be fair, so perhaps an opportunity that will be closing pretty soon. It's always so scary as well. If you see two players kind of having, kind of sizing each other up, you know this would be the moment, right? Where Maru's like, okay, let me click on your units. Oh, you're still 1-1? Okay, this is an okay fight for me to take. And then just a couple of seconds later, suddenly that 2-2 kicks in mid-battle, and everything gets turned upside down. Alright, looks like that fate is saved here for Maru for the time. It doesn't happen too often, but when it does, man, it kicks like a mule. Running in forwards, Maru here, trying to set up some safe perimeters around that planetary fortress. Meanwhile, big cluster of Marines find their way onto the economy of Time. As the shelling of the red tank seemingly enough to safeguard the base of Maru. Maru now the one delivering a bit of economic damage to his opponents. Not really shutting down mining, but definitely taking out quite a bit of the bases now. Ooh, Time finding once again a good opportunity here. He's starting to take out more of those SCVs, 30 in total. All of those were killed right here. 4 more go down as they start running forwards. Maru is still on a very solid overall work account, however. Definitely can get himself out of this situation once again. He just needs to resettle, reclaim, rebuild. But his army supply is still strong, right? 88 army supply here. As long as Maru has an army, I am fully convinced in his ability to win this game. That is just the nature of the beast. Extra Raven energy upgrades coming in here for Mr. Time. Oh, Maru also starting to get it. It's nice to see that being added in. So we'll have some more slow posturing across the map here. That could turn rather oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, shh. Quiet down. Okay, he's noticed. He's noticed. That's a lot of Marines. That's a whole lot of Marines. They're running forwards. They're trying to stop the siege tanks from sieging up here and just get on top of the units that hopefully just aren't enough to stop the spilling through of these Marines. But Time... reinforcements is coming. More medevacs. Are they going to get sniped? Oh, what a snipe on that full medevac right there. A little bit of an oversight on Time's part. And Well, Maru trades his army for a good portion of Time's army, but, I mean, the supply is still looking favorable for Time. He's got himself, how many bases right now? Actually, the base count exactly evens. 3 orbitals, 1 planetary, and both of them having 1 more unupgraded CC. Maru making that a planetary here on location. I imagine this is going to become a planetary too. Right? Am I correct? Am I correct in this assessment, Mr. Time? Yes. Oh, lovely. Thank you. Just in the nick of time. Definitely not an area he can push with that amount of Marines. Immediately, Maru goes on the kind of chase, the pursuit here. Sees that there's more bulking up, so he's going to be able to set up exactly where he needs to. And he's going to be able to just keep scanning this army as long as it's on its border and not within the range of a sensor tower. Has to figure out what's going on here. Alright, anti-armor missiles landing for both players. There's not that many siege tanks here for Maru. They're still standing at the natural base. It seems the Viking count definitely in his favor. The other turrets keeping the Marines at bay, but the siege tanks for Time. Just way too many available. And Maru now in a pickle. His 5th base is going to get obliterated. Those SCVs have to be evacuated. A clever move. Using those medevacs right there. Preventing them all from being shot to bits and pieces. He will just start going to his other 5th base. Because apparently, you know, that's just the guy Maru is. He will just always have another base. It's like my 4th base, don't worry about it. I got another 4th base. My 5th base now, well, it's a bummer, but you know what? I knew it would happen. Here we go. We have another 5th base available. It's quite nice for him. Still keeps himself in the running, right? Normally a base skill like that could be quite the nasty one. Well, I guess we do have the blue, what is it, the 6th base now coming up, so never mind, there's Maru's. How many bases did he lose? Only 1. Okay, I thought he lost more. Time lost 2 of those command centers, but they were the command centers meant for, like, orbitals, right? Extra orbitals, not really to go to another base location. Time's claimed more space, by the way, here. Army supplies are quite close, but the army supply here for Time is so much more heavily skewed into Marines and into those siege tanks. The siege tank numbers so heavily favor our blue Terran here. It's a little bit ridiculous. Maru has got himself those 9 Ravens, and the 9 Ravens, he's definitely a playmaker with those units. I haven't seen that many plays being made with them so far. And, well, the 9 Ravens and the 9 Vikings, it's sometimes hard to notice how ahead Time is on the ground army supply, right? Just because the army supply overall, it looks quite favorable for Maru here. Actually, there's 33 Marines and only 1 siege tank difference now. Maru strikes back. Maru strikes back. It's what do I expect? This man, dude. What in the world? You just can't cast normally when Maru's around, can you? It's just not possible. Here he goes, moving forwards, and well, it's Maru, so I assume he just wins this, right? Yeah, he does. GG is called. Well played. 2-2-0 versus Time. My goodness, this man is good at StarCraft.